been a fun season so far, and it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Then it's Hield, and it's Spencer in at the point guard. Just 2 to shoot. Johnson. The Warriors pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
And it's Butler missing. Johnson against Butler. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. Over Hield. Johnson can't hit. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Green, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Porzingis.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
First free throw is good. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And the Warriors with possession here. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
And Butler gets it to go.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Here's Alexander Walker. 17 points in his last outing. Butler finds Hield. Now Butler. Knocked loose. 5 on the clock. Down low, here's Alexander Walker.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Hield with a screen on Johnson. Hield outside. From outside the arc, Johnson with the rebound. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Pass to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. They grabbed their own miss. Johnson outside. Outside, Porzingis. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson.
Come on, players as tall as Porzingis, they aren't supposed to shoot it like that.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. The shot misses.
Well, you got to be able to finish stronger than that, but credit the defense for doing just enough to throw him off.
Spencer, the pass to Hield. To end the cold streak, drills it from outside.
Way beyond the line there. Hield's range is limitless. Has to check him once he crosses half court.
Here's Alexander Walker. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Atlanta now. Alexander Walker with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Butler. Pass to Green. Here's Spencer. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Hawks leading. One-on-one here. In the corner, it's Hield. Pass to Butler. Outside, Green. Hield outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Green missing.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Outside Daniel. To the middle. Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
Well, that's a textbook move by Johnson. Once he sets the pick, he hustles into scoring position.
And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
Making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him. Butler passes to Hield. Richard covered by Johnson. From deep three-point land. Hield can't hit.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Hield. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Impressive display of focus there from Hield. Never lost sight of the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Kennard, he's checked in for the Hawks. And it's tied up with that one. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. The three-pointer, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Green. Daniels kicks to Porzingis. Richard, guarded by Porzingis. Back to Green. Hield with a screen on Okongwu. Here's Green. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one's good. Daniels.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Pass to Spencer. Golden State moving it around. Hield outside. Green with a screen for Hield. Inside. And Green slams it in.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Screen by Porzingis. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Green. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Newell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Wallace subbed in for Dyson Daniels. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Now Wallace. Pass to Newell. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Butler kicks to Green. And the three off target.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Here's the screen. Here's Alexander Walker.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Hield with the bucket.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Okongwu finds Alexander Walker. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Alexander Walker. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, in that two-player action, I really like Okongwu as the big man. He moves really well.
Butler from outside. Rebound, Atlanta.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Now here's Wallace. He's defended by Podziemski. Pass to Kennard. Now Alexander Walker misses the three.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
And here is Hield. It's good from long range. Hield's got 12.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the Warriors with possession here after the basket by Atlanta. Podziemski's shot is good.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Traps in the tray. He's got 7. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Hawks on top, leading by a point. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Horford is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Moody in at the small forward.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Kuminga with a wide open look. Offline with his three. The Hawks leading by 3. Johnson outside. Pass to Wallace. Back to Johnson. Over Moody. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Newell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Melton. Horford with the screen on Kennard. Back to Horford. From past the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's Wallace. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 7-point Atlanta lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Newell. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Kennard. Wallace outside. Here's Newell. Defended by Kuminga. Newell can't get it to go. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Atlanta making a switch here. Krejci's checked in. The Warriors making a switch here. Warriors trail by 7. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll go up against Julius Randle and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Here's Krejci. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to do terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Moody. Now Kuminga. Over Newell. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Here's Spencer. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Lets it go from 11. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Back to you.
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Spencer. Nothing on the board. Back to Butler. Pass to Moody. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
That's nice awareness from Butler. Didn't focus too much on the scoring, kicking it out instead.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Draymond Green has checked in for Kuminga. Someone who is always a welcome sight here in Atlanta. 2 Chainz taking in the game.
One of the biggest names in music here in Atlanta. And 2 Chainz should be happy with the way the game has gone for the Hawks.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Here's Spencer. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Okongwu dishes to Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play.
2 shots.
And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
And the first one at the line is good. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Now, here's Moody. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
He may not take a lot of threes, but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
Here's Alexander Walker. 4-point game. Here's Johnson. Buries it down low. 9 points for Jalen Johnson.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Porzingis against Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Zachary Risacher checked in for Okongwu. And the Warriors also making a change. Fields checked in. Outside Daniels. There's the pick. Pass to Risacher. Draymond Green pulls it in. Warriors trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Spencer. Banked in off the glass. Spencer's got his first bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Shot on the wing. Here's Porzingis, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Hield from outside. No good on the shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Alexander Walker finds Risacher. On the wing, Daniels. Porzingis with a screen on Hield. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And the shot goes down. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Green. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Spencer's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 8. Pass to Johnson. Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hield the pass to Butler. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Pass to Spencer. Now here's Hield. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. 6 on the shot clock. Tries from 16. Johnson's shot is off. Warriors trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Butler. To the paint. Daniels with the steal. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Porzingis covered by Hield. And a wide open look for Daniels. Porzingis, that one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Hield kicks to Richard. Pass to Spencer. And here is Hield over Daniels. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Trying to find Porzingis. That's it to him. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Hawks. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
And right now for Atlanta,
They haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
Yeah, the middle of the pack seems to be right where they belong. They don't want to get complacent or to start pressing.
Now here's Butler. He had 19 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, if you don't put a body on Okongwu, you're asking for trouble.
Hield outside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Here is Daniels. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Porzingis against Butler. The shot from 20 feet away. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, Butler might be the toughest guy in this league, fighting down low.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
The first one falls.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player.
Both good from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Daniel. Here's Porzingis. Again, the Hawks score.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Does this game remind you of anything?
Yeah, Shaq against a dictionary. This guy comes up with his own fake words all the time.
And now taking a look at the first half of this game, hard not to be in awe of what Porzingis is doing right now. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 14-point game. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at center. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Hield. Pass to Green. Porzingis with the block.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Outside Daniel. Porzingis with a screen on Hield. Porzingis inside, guarded by Green. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, one of the premier offensive players in the league, Kristaps Porzingis is hot tonight, putting on a show.
Johnson with it. Butler covering. Johnson, the pass to Alexander-Walker. Daniels, a screen on Hield. Pass to Porzingis. And he uses the glass on the layup. 20 points for Porzingis.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
Hield against Daniels. Green with a screen for Butler. Green left side. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Three on the clock. Hield.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Spencer after the basket by Atlanta. And the wide-open shot from Green. Sinks the three-pointer. Green's got 6 points.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
Johnson sets the screen for Riza. Johnson finds Porzingis. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Warriors trail by 17. And here's Green outside. And the Warriors, another three.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pass to Daniels. Right wing. Right side, Porzingis. Back to Daniels. Overhealed. Daniels, no good.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Now, here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Green with a screen for Hield. And he banks in the layup. He's got 17.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Back to Alexander Walker. Johnson, the pass to Porzingis. Outside Daniel. Riza wide open. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Warriors trail by 12. Richard guarded by Riza. Butler dishes to Green. Butler against Johnson. 16 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Hawks leading by 12. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, over just a few years, Jalen Johnson has been able to transform himself into an offensive force. Give him credit for putting in the work.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Checking out some numbers for Jalen Johnson. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging 25 points per, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Now Johnson. After the missed 3 from Buddy Hield, pass to Johnson. Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. Atlanta again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Butler against Daniels. Butler passes to Hield. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Warriors trail by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. The Hawks star Trey Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Back to you, Kevin.
A good partnership. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And so it's Atlanta with it. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Alexander Walker, and Spencer pulls it down. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 9. Screen by Porzingis. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Hield outside. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Johnson the screen. Atlanta again missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Porzingis. 20 points for him. Three-pointer, Daniels connects from three-point range. 6 points for Dyson Daniels. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Luke Kennard comes in for Daniel. And the Warriors also making a change. Kuminga's come in for Butler. Warriors trail by 14. Here's Spencer. Pass to Green. Goes up from the top of the key, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Screened by Porzingis. Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And the first one drops.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
Atlanta making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Al Horford's checked in for Green. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Hield. A three ball. Kennard with the rebound.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Wallace finds Alexander Walker. In the corner, Kennard with it. And he's good on the three ball. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors trail by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Hield. And again, unable to change momentum here. Wallace left side. To the inside. Poked away. Here's Porzingis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
7'2", 240 pounds. Porzingis is a nightmare matchup for defenders.
And the Warriors making a change here. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
Now here's Horford. Still scoreless. Pass to Hield. Again, Hield missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
To the left wing. Porzingis is doubled. Kennard for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 6 here in this quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Kuminga. Will it go? Atlanta with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Wallace, the pass to Porzingis. Deflects the pass. It's going by Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
And we're seeing what a volume scorer Hield can be on his good nights. It's hard to put a cap on him once he gets rolled.
Now here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Back to Hield. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Wallace outside. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And here's Kennard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Podziemski. Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Butler, he's checked in for Golden State. Outside, Kuminga. Now Podziemski. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. Horford is out there with Butler. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Moody in at the 2-guard spot. Warriors shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Podziemski finds Kuminga. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Horford. Just 4 to shoot. High post shot. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson with the bounce pass. Wallace against Kuminga. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Over to the left wing. Over Horford. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Kuminga. Over Kennard. Kuminga, no good. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Kennard setting the pick for Wallace. Here's Newell, guarded by Horford. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And that one's good by Butler.
Well, I think the kids would say Jimmy was in his bag, right?
Wallace kicks to Okongwu. Now, here's Kennard, defended by Moody. Wallace, the pass to Kennard. From deep, Johnson. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Butler, rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Down low, and taken away by Johnson. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Warriors shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Wallace up on top. Defended by Moody. Okongwu shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
I definitely like Okongwu's assertiveness here. Really going for it and getting fouled.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Teams changing it up here. And that one falls for Okongwu.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Both free throws good from Okongwu. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Mr. Porzingis. The Hawks working the ball around. A shot by Johnson, no good. Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Butler. And no good. Excellent D there by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Kennard, the pass to Krejci. Johnson in the corner. Johnson double team. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, with the Okongwu, we see this more and more now. His ability to take over at times offensively.
To the inside. Here's Kuminga. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
That free throw good from Kuminga. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
Green with a screen on Johnson. Kuminga. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Atlanta leading by 23. Daniels kicks to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Okongwu finds Alexander Walker. Okongwu a screen. Johnson right side. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Hields checked in. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Richard. From outside, off the mark. Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. They set the pick. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from outside.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Butler. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
And as much as he loves to get to the rim, Butler is more than comfortable with the Jimmy.
Daniels passes to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to Alexander Walker. Oh, good on the triple.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Here's Butler. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 21. Inside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And that one's good by Butler.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Outside Daniels. Porzingis is doubled. Alexander Walker with the ball. Fires for 3. That shot is off. Warriors trail by 21. Hield outside. Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Daniels. Butler kicks to Green. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Daniels finds Johnson. And Spencer pulls it down. Spencer's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly.
Take a
that
break.
guy is
Take a
all
break.
about winning.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, Butler embodies toughness. He plays hard every single minute that he's on the court.
Zachary Risache's check in for Atlanta. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Finals.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat.
Daniels passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Green with a screen on Daniels. Outside, Green. It's good!
And it's crucial that Green hits from the outside because it makes everything easier for his teammates.
Outside Daniels. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Johnson outside. With the floater. Butler with the rebound. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 16. Now Green. Takes the 3. Porzingis with the block. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis is double. And stolen by Butler. It's stolen by Johnson. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Now Porzingis plays it in off the window.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Green outside. Hield sets the pick for Green. Missed on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.